Hey everyone, Wander here, and welcome to Sludgineers. I didn't really mean for that to rhyme, but hey, anyway, it's a effectively incremental power washing sim, and it's out on the 25th, but I got early access, so we're gonna dive in. Apparently my demo save file carried over, so yeah, I'm just gonna continue where I left off, because why not? Sometimes I start over, but I think this is one where I'd much prefer to just continue on? I don't know. Anyway, ew, there's sludge coming out of those vents. Destroy the vents before they erupt. So we gotta destroy these first. Well, it's fine. Last time I played this, I was cleaning up the goo first. Holy smokes, this is tanky. I was destroying the goo first, and then going after the crystals, which is the wrong way of doing things, actually. Oh my god, I'm going to have to upgrade this jackhammer, because I'm burning most of my energy just trying to destroy this one thing. Well, it's okay. This is an incremental game. A pretty standard one at that, in terms of, like, do a mission, leave. Okay, there we go. I can grab those. If I grab a turbo boost. Yeah, I'd like to destroy the remaining crystals, but not if I have the energy. We get a boost specifically. There's something below it, right? Nope. Yeah, we get a boost specifically for being low energy. That I want to kind of make the most of. I don't think I see any batteries. Well, let's grab the money while we're here. Because if there's just free cash lying around, I should grab it. Is there anything else? No. I don't know. I guess we just go for each of these little ones. Oh, what was I going to say? Unfortunately, my allergies are messing with me today. I don't know. Yeah, I don't have a whole lot of energy, so I'm going to just try and grab as many of these crystal bits as I possibly can. Alright, that's all I got. It ain't much. We might honestly be better off going back to the previous map to farm for things. Maybe. Okay, so we need drill. That's Zorkite ore. Jackhammer impact. So increases the damage of the jackhammer. Costs... Oh, well that's... doesn't cost much at all. Unlocks jackhammer drones. Well, that's an option. Chance for the jackhammer to hit for extra damage. Decreases energy usage when it's on, but there are no crystals within range. So it makes it so I'm not accidentally wasting resources. Radius of the jackhammer. Damage of the jackhammer. Van battery size for longer tool operation. Yeah, I'm going to snag that. Some of these are kind of expensive, but it's worth it. Snag that, and then boost my damage. Okay, is there anything else I can buy? I guess I can grab this one. Okay, and that's about all I've got. So right, I've got to go down here. Yeah, because I have to fill these up. To process resources. Takes like 2.5 minutes, but that's honestly not that bad. Last earnings, barely any. Yeah, last earnings. So I could earn about 4,000 from one of those. I think we just keep poking at Harvest Hill. Okay, I do way more damage now, so hopefully I'll be able to destroy this thing much faster than last time. There we go. Still on the brutal side, but that's okay. Well, rather than futzing with any of this, let's see if I can clear a section of this out. Let's clear the left side of the yard. If we can. Because if I can do that, hopefully we get some extra resources. Maybe. Yeah, there's the 10% chance of getting a magnet. But I don't know if I'm going to be able to get one of those. So rather than messing with it, let's clean off the cars. Well, there's a coin magnet. There's the whole dang house. Okay, and there is an energy battery, which we are going to want to use momentarily. But not yet. Because I kind of want to wait until I'm very low before I use those. Oops. No, that was not a battery. That was just the magnet. Which I'm fine with. Okay, now we grab a battery. So we want to stay below this mark because turbo mode increases our power. Oh, so I've just been destroying the harder geyser this entire time. That explains a lot. Here we go. Yeah, sometimes I find incremental games like this kind of dull. The ones where you just have like a singular persistent talent tree and there's not much like variation in what you can do build-wise. Sometimes I don't mind it. I think it's because this one has like such a tight basic gameplay loop that it's hard for me to mind. Okay, there's a battery. Well, this is certainly going to get me a lot of cash. I might actually complete this level. Let's see. Yeah, we want to get down as low as we can go before we grab it. Okay, and we have another battery, actually. Yeah, we might be able to complete this. Just have to make sure I get all of those. Oh, yeah, we've got plenty of energy at this point. Not much left, and then we just get everything. Perfect! I honestly didn't expect I'd be able to get that in 2 goes, but hey. Yeah, I think gameplay matters just as much as, like, the talent tree system. Not that this is, like, the most advanced gameplay ever, but it's satisfying. It's one of those where, like, I actually have to worry about, like, resource optimization and whatnot. And the fact that, like, some degree of skill and planning can actually get me, a lot more. Okay. So let's grab the jackhammer drones. Battery, impact. And unfortunately, that's too expensive for me. Size of the drones, damage of the drones. So we'll just go for that. Yeah, I should work on these. And maxing them out. Can I get more now that I've done that? No. Okay. So let's see how the drones work on this one. Okay, density. Edges, off density. I mean, density is what I want. They have a limited amount of battery. So they're not going to last forever. Okay, there goes that geyser. Doesn't seem like there's too much left. You know what? Grab this. Because I might as well use that pre-existing turbo battery to get rid of these. I'll need to clear out some. Let's see. Do we have a vehicle? There's always a small chance these things just drop a battery out of pocket. But not always. Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to bet on this one. So the battery, or the drone lasted like a while. Let's just grab the cash. I don't think I'm going to be able to clear out too much more here. Nope, but that's fine. Let's see. How are you doing? Collect it all. Let's go to upgrade and see if I can actually boost this. So it speeds up the processing. More. Multiple barrels with a click. Amount produced. Because, yeah, we're hard-locked kind of hard by how much Zorkon I have. Admittedly, I have to actually go farm for a lot more Zorkite ore. But that's okay. Yeah, collect barrels of pollution with drones. I don't think I've found any of those yet. That's okay. Alright. Turbo battery. There it goes. Yeah, the sooner we get all of these vents taken care of, the sooner I can actually explore. Look for batteries, really. Otherwise, I'm just going to be fighting with them the entire time. That just doesn't seem like it's worth it. Okay. Then we have one more vent after this one. And then, I don't know, we might get lucky and find, like, a magnet and not have to pick up all this stuff. Otherwise, this is going to take a little bit of doing. Nope, not quite yet. Yeah, of course the geysers are the toughest things here. There we go. Okay. So now that I've done that, there's a battery. Probably should have waited on that one, but it's okay. Let's clean up this area. Because I don't have that much time. And that many materials. And so as much as I'd like to potentially go looking for another battery here, not super confident I'm going to be able to get it. Nah, didn't. I'll go back out to the map. At 16 seconds, I can wait. Guess I should get the maybe the Zorkite ore faster? I don't know. It's 12. That should be 16? Yeah. Because those are actually hard locking me just as much as money. Oh. Auto loads barrels into the refinery. And then I'm out of resources. I wonder if that means I can actually let this run. Maybe. Well, do we want to go back here for a little bit of cash? Tempting. It's certainly easier. I think the only thing is, it feels less puzzly when I do this. That I'm just going back and grinding the easy levels, 4 levels, and it kind of reduces the challenge. Which is kind of an interesting thing from like a gameplay perspective. One of my favorite things to do whenever I start an JRPG is to go on a hella grind for the first like 5-10 levels. Just kind of running around enjoying the gameplay combat systems and so on and so forth. Um, and then, right, I guess I should be over here. Because I don't have any batteries yet, and I should make sure that I have at least one. Let's see. But yeah, so I like doing that hella grind early just to kind of get over the difficulty curve. But I do recognize that it actually does kind of wreck the game past that point. Oops. Oh well. Because after that, things are a lot easier. Until they're not, and then I get frustrated. And I wonder if I'm losing some amount of the... some of like a JRPG's fun by overgrinding early. Maybe? I like combat as a puzzle, but I hate combat as like a drudge or a chore? I don't know if chore is the right word. But a lot of RPGs, not just JRPGs. Any game with like leveling systems tends to kind of suffer from, you know, oh, you're underpowered, all fights suck now, and you have to like really struggle, kind of. I don't have a single battery. There we go. Oh, the magnet is not as good as I was hoping it would be. It's fine. Okay, grab those, grab a little bit left. It always rounds for the last percentage. There we go. That's a decent amount of spare cash. Yeah, so this is just going to keep auto-loading forever. So if a level takes me longer than 2.5 minutes... Okay, so we definitely want to get the same thing here. Use Zorkite ore barrels, or redeem for a cash reward. Maybe. Yeah, I figured let's max those out real quick. Okay. Yeah, the unfortunate part is I haven't actually upgraded myself at all. Yeah, I guess let's keep poking at Shady Oaks. It's probably worth it. The main issue mostly just boils down to I need some actual, like, meaningful character upgrades, and I've been mostly working on refinement upgrades. And so going back here isn't really going to change too much. Okay. Oh, this one's close enough. I'm going to ignore the right side of the map, I think, for this attempt. At least until I get a battery. Because I think once I have a battery, then I have a lot more wiggle room on what I can do. Okay, nothing on that shed. Okay, there's the battery. Grab the battery. Go back to destroying these. At least this one. But there's only so much I can do with it. Okay, there's our next battery. See if we can destroy this before I run out of juice. I did. grab the battery. Nothing. Dang. Okay. I'm trying to find objects that I can harvest. Grab those quickly. Or, not harvest, objects I can clear that might have a battery for me. Doesn't look like it. Grab all those. Yeah. I'll take what I can get. We got a decent amount from it. And now that I've got these going, right, you can just click that. Yeah, these are just going to be processing endlessly. So the question is, speeds up processing. And that might be worth it. But I think I should go for some damage for a little while. Now what I'd like is this one. Rate is the jackhammer is pretty good. Chance for extra damage. Chance for crystals to explode and emit crystal damaging chunks. I'm going to go for the battery size. Because we want this to complete. Yeah, once I've completed this level, this will be much faster. It just takes some doing. Okay. This one out as well. Because the sooner these geysers are down, the easier it is for me. Okay, I think that's all the crystals here. There's one. Because once again, want to reveal a battery if I can. Okay, we have a battery. Just keep destroying these. I guess since I'm on low energy, let's actually use my boosted jackhammer, grab that, get a bit more. Kind of clear this area out if we can. Oh, there's a magnet. But the magnet's not that helpful. Okay, there's a battery. Probably gonna just focus on the crystals for a hot second. There we go. Because if the crystals are all gone, then I can just work on hoovering. And it seems like this area is pretty object dense. But may not have batteries for me. Yeah, we might be out of luck here. We were. It's fine. Yeah, it's certainly a lot. Okay, back to upgrades. So, do I want to just boost the damage of my jackhammer? I think so. I think that's arguably the most valuable thing. Well, let's go for the 10% crit chance. Because the faster I can take out these geysers, the easier this is for me. There we go. Oh, not quite. There we go. Well, this is certainly saving me a boatload of energy. I think we want to... I don't know. I think I'm going to keep focusing on the jackhammer, at least for a little while. I definitely need to work on my vacuuming capabilities. We'll leave that for later. Hopefully we can also get a drone that just picks things up for me. I think there was a drone that has that capability. We don't have it. There we go. Might just be that crystal. Alright, so I've still got plenty of juice. Let's focus on known objects until something gives me a battery. There we go. Okay, the reason why I wait until the last second is because I want to stay in turbo mode for as long as possible. I don't think there's any meaningful objects there. There's our next battery. Okay. Not much left. Oh, there's a battery in the top right. Grab it. All right, we might actually get this one. If we don't, we're going to be very close to complete. Never mind, we're good. As long as I don't mess it up. There we go. All right, we're perfect. I don't have to collect the money if I complete the map. Okay, so what can I afford now that I've completed this level? Where am I? I'm already have access to this region. Wow, these regions are actually really small. Let's see. Air filter allows you to clean up venom gas. Well, I guess I'm gonna need that. I feel like I should get some of these other things done, though. What is this? Increases chance of opening safes? There's safes? Let's see, radius of the jackhammer. Yeah, battery. Adds another jackhammer drone. Yeah, crit chance. Not seeing any of the drones that pick things up for me. Yeah, chance of gold coins. Magnets collect Zorkite ore. Magnets, chance of dropping. Job completion cash. Object bonuses. Turbo auto boost. Vacuum drones. Well, that was most of my money. Let's keep working on that. I could take a look at the new one. But I think we just do Shady Oaks again, now that I have some extra drones. We need money. I've been putting this off, and it very clearly seems like this is one of those games that you're supposed to overgrind a little bit. What am I doing? There we go. Nope, didn't destroy it. There we go. Yeah, so I think we just farm a level or two for a bit, especially ones that we know I can complete in short enough order. Okay, is there anything else here? There's this. There's these. Yeah, we want to just grab every single crystal we can. There we go. And no geyser. Should be nice and easy. Yeah, just see if I can actually get myself, I don't know, some meaningful upgrades. I feel like I've been getting through entirely by merit of cheese. Using the batteries and turbo mode to carry me through. Which, like, is a valid tactic. And effective, mostly. Okay, we've got a couple of batteries. And yeah, I don't think I can increase the amount of batteries further. Like, I think we're kind of locked there until we find more. Okay. But those, like, finding more battery nodes on the upgrade tree is probably going to require that we, push ahead. Okay, other battery node. Let's see, do we want this area? I'm still just trying to focus on as many of these points of interest as possible, because, yeah, I think we're out of... Oh, no, we have another battery. Top right. Okay, there we go. I think it's just comfy cleanup at this point. I don't have much left. Or do I? Well, okay, we have another battery. Alright, there we go. It was all the crystals on the ground. That explains some things. Okay, that's a lot. Holy smokes, that's a lot. Okay. Let's see, do we want radius of the jackhammer? Unfortunately, at this point, I actually feels like money might be kind of necessary for a bit. If I can complete this level, yeah, let's just focus on cash rewards. Because I've been hamstringing myself a little bit not picking these things up, because I've just been, you know, going for as much advancement as I can possibly get my hands on. Let's see. But I think that's a fool's venture at this point. I've been putting off meaningful progression for far too long. I don't know, it's all been meaningful. I've been just putting off a lot of these basics, because it's like, well, I don't need them yet. Or if I just get a little bit more drill damage. Okay, is that everything here? I think so. Grab as many of these as we can. Okay, it doesn't look like there's anything else there. Okay, there's our battery. Our first battery. And our second. Okay, go back to cleaning this up. Gotta keep an eye on how much I have left. Oh, shoot. Okay. It was vacuuming the area, but no, I gotta finish off the handful of crystals I've got. Alright. Got that. Okay, there's another battery on the left side. Yeah, at this point, I think we can grab it comfortably. Another battery. So far, so good. A little bit more, and then we just get everything else. Perfect. Alright, so now that I have more barrels than I know what to do with, we can do radius of the vacuum, power of the vacuum. That might unlock more. It might go further that direction. Focus on that. Value of gold coins. And then chance of gold coins dropping. Yeah. Yeah, do we want to do one more? Because we've almost finished that one. This one, not so much so. But I also haven't been upgrading them much. I don't know. Let's take a look at the new region. Looks like Generic Corp tried to contain those toxic clouds. Okay, clear something. Oh, it's a safe. Okay. So we might want to invest into that a little bit more. Oh. Grab that. Yeah, I want to see if I can at least manage to get one of these barrels. Oh, that is expensive, though. Okay, and this is going to have another safe in it. Do we have any others? It's got a bunch of silver in it. There's merits for that. Seems like a pretty object-dense environment. A lot of things that I can get magnets off of. Okay. So I think we're going to want to focus on this even if we can't complete it. Because between the safes and the toxic clouds, there's reasons for me to be here. Okay. Down to one. I don't have any other batteries. So I'll have to wait. Oh, there's another battery. Yeah, very object dense. A lot of potential battery spots. Let's see. At least on this side. I don't know about the other side. A little bit more. Next battery. Grab the magnet just because. Nice little sandcastle. Yeah, I'm just gonna want as much money as I can get my hands on. But we do have another battery in the top left. Nope, melt. Overshot, it's fine. I think that's a decent amount of money. So start levels with a drone battery. Okay. Do we want to be able to process the gas? Kinda. I think at least let's grab that one. Let's see, decreases energy usage when nothing is nearby. Movement speed of drones. Let's just go for vacuum amount. And keep chipping away at this. Okay. They're not done. Oh, there's the drone battery. we not have a turbo? I suppose not. I think that's the only one. I guess let's go for the safes next. That the safes have been amazingly profitable. You know, it's an extra like $100 here and there. Gold coins do give more. Okay. Keep breaking these little guys, because I can kind of bust through them in no time flat. I should kind of leave it up to the drone. And it does make me wonder if I go drone spec. Like, if I really lean into the drones, how much can they potentially boost me here? Let's see. We do actually have a magnet. Okay, had a couple of magnets, in fact. Several. Okay. I wasn't paying attention. It's fine. We make plenty. I thought I had more than I did. And it's entirely okay. Getting those is good. Let's see. Turbo boost drops. I guess I'll snag it. Just because there are reasons for the turbo boost to be good. Okay, right. This. Unfortunately, this is one of those games that you kind of can absolutely just get into a rhythm and pay no attention how much energy you have left. I almost kind of wish there was an energy meter near my drill. Okay. Yeah, despite the fact that it's a 25%, we seem to have a pretty decent... Grab that. Okay, there's our first magnet. Let's see. Yeah, I want to just uncover a couple of things so I have some spare magnets sitting around. Well, I have a magnet. Several, in fact. There we go. Yeah, I guess I can focus on the green clouds. Oh, that's a turbo. Because I'm going to need those buckets anyway. Or buckets, barrels. And my drones can't do anything with those. I held for too long. Yeah, not enough. Okay, chance of it dropping, power of the turbo boosts. They're good. Yeah, I should get these both down. But I guess I should also maybe start processing the green gas. Maybe. Oh, durr. Grab this, destroy these. Because baseline, the sooner these are dealt with, the better. The one problem with the redlining build that I kind of put together, or am trying to focus on, it only works if, you know, I'm actually paying attention to how close I am to the red line, but it's fine. Even the failures are profitable. Okay, well, we got all of that. Unfortunately, we don't have... any batteries. There we go. Now we got 2. Alright, let's get the safes open. Oops, didn't quite get it. Let's clear these out. Let's see, where's my drone battery? There we go. So that only gets them about like 15-20% power. It's not hugely good. The problem is the practical thing for me to do is to let my drones do all their work first, and then I start doing work. There we go. But the problem with that is, that's kind of boring. Okay, are there any remaining crystals? There's like this one. Okay, I'm just gonna hope some of these have batteries for me. There's one. Okay, let's just clean up. Another battery for my troubles. I should have actually left the turbo. Okay. That's the regular battery. We don't want it. I think I can complete this. There we go. Grab the turbo. Oh, we definitely can complete this, because I've got a whole extra battery laying around. Damn, that's a lot of barrels. Okay, 6%. 2%. Where's the remaining stuff? There we go. Got it. Perfect. And that should be a ton of money. Okay, have we completed that yet? No. So let's collect 75 batteries. Well, that's fine. We've been doing that this entire time anyway. Okay, upgrades first and foremost. We should just get this going. Yeah, we want to get the auto load, so they just run on their own. Cash reward for the barrels is kind of nice. It is a little expensive. Yeah, I think I'm just going to snag that. So now I can just jackhammer with reckless abandon. Reckless abandon? Reckless abandon. Power of the turbo battery? Sure. So the turbo boost is different between... But no, it's power of turbo boost. So these two probably are synced up? I have no idea. Okay, so far so good. Well, do we go to the next region? Sure. I don't think I'm going to be able to complete it, but at least I'll be able to do some stuff to it. Oh wait, no. What am I doing? Okay, is that the only one? No. Yeah, so now I can just hold down left click, and as long as I'm not near running out of energy, we can just keep mining away as much as we want. There we go. Okay, only immediate problem is we have no batteries. Which is not amazing for me. I guess let's go over here. There's a battery. Where are they at? Yeah, we can pick this up at this point. Grab this. Yeah, I might as well just take a moment to clean a little. Yeah, whenever we get a battery like that. Let's see. They're almost out of juice. Oh, it cost me no power. Oh, that's so good. Okay, there's our next battery. There's a turbo. Which is kind of moot. Just eat away at these. I think that's another battery, but yeah, it's another battery. Okay, get that. Probably focus on collection for a second. Do we have any areas that are clear? Perfect. And yeah, I can just run around jackhammering, because now it is free if there's nothing I'm jackhammering, so we don't have to worry about wasting energy at all. Grab it. Alright, let's do a bit of cleaning. Try and find more objects with which to get magnets from. Probably these. Nope, no magnets. Okay, good enough. Okay. Close out of this, go back to the map. Because we always want to go for this thing first. Because the sooner we get this loaded and cycling again, the better. Okay, do we want to just auto-load? Yeah. That way I just don't have to think about it. So radius of the air filter, power of the air filter, I mean, those are good. I want to get another jackhammer drone. That's pricey. Yeah, increases my chances of opening safes. Safes have more money in them. Cash contained in safes. Chances of safes containing diamonds. And refined pollution. So, like, yeah, I should probably focus that direction. Do we want to do one more? I think we do. This is one of those incremental games that, once again, doesn't have, like, huge amounts of depth, but what it's got feels very good. And, well, ultimately you will end up upgrading every single thing in the talent tree anyway. There's at least a decent feeling of, like, okay, which is worth my money? Because every upgrade seems to be about the same level of, like, cost. And so while there's not, like, deep build crafting, there's still a degree of, like, I feel like I have agency here, mostly due to the fact that I have no money. And I have to pick and choose what I'm buying, as opposed to other games that have more permanent upgrades, kind of. Anyway, I guess with all this said, I might as well mention that Sludgineers is going to be available in a couple of days. So if you want to pick it up and play it yourselves, just follow the link in the description below. It's a good little incremental game, good little time waster. Not a whole lot of replay value, but, you know, for what it is, it's a delight. Let's see. Well, we have the drone magnet. Or drone battery. No battery. Okay, there it is. Definitely the kind of incremental game that you spend probably like an afternoon or two just grinding away at, and then you're done. Well, that's nice. I always go back to a lot of these incremental games remind me of Flash games of old. And as somebody who grew up with those, I like it. It feels good. I'm about to run out of power. I didn't exactly budget. Kind of hoping my drone's just gonna get back to me with a battery. Oh, you beautiful thing. I'll go for the safes. Yeah, 50%, and then I could get it up to 100%, then I can also increase how much it's worth. There's a lot of things there. Let's see. Probably focus on this. There's our next battery. The other safe open. Because it's probably a good idea to have every safe open along the way. There we go. I don't think I'm going to be able to beat this level. I think it's just a little too outside my capabilities, but that's okay. A couple of objects along this side that might have a magnet. They did not. And like, it's fine. It's fine. Anyway, so for now at least, I guess if you like this video in any way, shape, or form, leave me a like, helps more than you know. And if you want to see more rad new games every single day, then hit subscribe because I got tons to check out and show off. But for now, thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you next time.